Hello everyone, this is Dor. Today I'm making a video from Next Culture. So you might think that Next Culture, what I'm talking about is where I'm at. But it's actually not where I'm at, it's what space I am in. So Next Culture doesn't exist in the physical, at least not only, and it doesn't exist in the intellectual body. It's not an ideology, it's not a philosophy, it's not a only an emotional state, it's not only an energetic state. It might have to do also with the archetypal body, the fifth body, where you can watch other videos I made about it. And it exists in all 5 bodies. Next Culture. So I'm here right now in an eco village in Denmark, where in this eco village there is gathering, which means almost like a conference, like a gathering of a lot of people that they're coming together because all of them are part of an eco village. So in eco village, the definition is some kind of a settlement that work towards some sustainability, some sort of a sustainable and social difference in the world. It's basically taking a stand for some kind of a social or like some kind of a, social, cultural, economical, some sort of a change in the way this culture is built. So in your journey you might have heard about different different eco villages. Maybe in your country there is eco villages, or maybe you didn't hear about it before. But this eco village network called GEN, G-E-N, so you can go to their website and read about them more, is creating this gathering here. As you can see around, there's a big gathering around. There is this really cool bicycle that have and there's people all over. Right now they did a little market, but in general there is a lot going on. It's 4 days. There's a lot of workshops, a lot of speakers, a lot of spaces, sharing circles, a lot of groups where someone that joins here can upgrade their thoughtware, which means the way they think about what they think. So I want to share a little bit about my journey coming here, and then maybe you can understand a little bit better what is going on here. And that's the main hall where all the big conferences take place. So for me coming here, my last year was quite the journey to say the least. I held space for probably more than 100 spaces where people could come in and change something about themselves, something about the relationship they have with their emotions, something about how they think about the world, something about even the physical body or the energetical body, or even what are they here for to do. That was part of the things that I was working for. And I'm just gonna show you around a little bit. It's quite the beautiful area. So in the last year I held a lot of these spaces and I initiated. So in my spaces there is initiation happening because people transform. It's not like they come and they get out with a new philosophy. They come and something in the way they are changes. So over probably 200 people or more, and there is this game world, we call it a game world, that I am part of, that is called possibility management, where this game world is about upgrading thoughtware for next culture, for human beings to live in next culture. And I was like holding that kind of spaces. So from possibility management, some of them are rage clubs, some of them are emotional healing processes for people to heal stuck emotions, and a lot of different, some of them like shadow work, like working with our shadows, with the things that stop us from being where we want to be in life. And in that year I also went through a huge journey of my own. So I'm working with possibility management for the last 4 years, since 2018, when I met them in the Boom Festival in a workshop. And since then I stayed in touch for like 6 months, and then I started joining workshops, and that really changed my life. I had this journey to Portugal almost 2 years ago, and I did a workshop by possibility management called ETB, Expand the Box, which I highly recommend for people if they're serious about this transformation journey. And I had all this journey on my own. In the last year, it was also a huge journey of working with my shadows, with my inner blockages. I did a lot of emotional healing processes almost every week, where someone held space for me, for my emotional healing process. And I held a lot of these spaces with teammates, with people that work with me in my teams. And there's a lot of transformation going on in holding spaces together. So there was a lot of going on for me, a lot of breakdowns, like a lot of meltdowns. So if you can see right now, if you look closely in my eyes, you see my eyes are a little bit liquid. So I'm in this kind of a liquid state. If you want to know more about it, you can check my video about the liquid state. So I just had this huge process here in this gathering, and this process was about like taking back my authority about myself. So when I was young, I kind of created this fantasy world about my life, where in my life I couldn't really connect with people. I'm gonna try to keep it short because the video is not about that, but it prevented me from connecting deeply with people. So I removed, in the healing process I removed that, and I discovered that a lot of the way I was relating with people was through that blockage. And so this emotional healing process really changed something in me, opened my heart, and there was like a few days here that I was going on with that. And luckily this gathering is a lot of people that did already a lot of transformation work about themselves in different paths, so I could give space for my emotions, for my feelings. So if you see me sometimes, I was crying in the hallway somewhere, and there was a lot going on for me. And just now, after going very liquid like this for a few days, there is always almost the fruit, the treasures that I find with that I found that I'm here to hold space and take a stand for next culture, for what is happening here and in eco villages around the world, and in cities and everywhere around the world. There's more than 300 million people that already shifted and moved to next culture. And it's not like this certificate that you get or something like that, but what you actually get is to be on a bridge where you can bring more people with you. So it's not like you cross there and then my work is done, great. Like for example, this eco village that is called Ananda Gori in Denmark is holding space for this gathering, which is over, I guess, 300 people are here, and people from all over the world, different languages, different needs, and it's holding space for that, and that is a challenge for them. It's not an easy task. So they're basically taking a stand in some way for next culture. So as I'm giving you the tour, things are happening. So how is it, what is it about for you? Like what can you do with this information? So one thing that I wanted to kind of share about, there's some people are sharing in circles right now and kind of like processing and kind of like having a process for whatever they're going through here, because a lot of people are going through really huge things. By the way, this is a toilet. It's a compost toilet. So why am I giving you this tour? So you can realize that this thing that maybe you heard about it before in different books, like one book that come to mind, it's actually a book from Israel called Badolina. I think it's also translated. It's about this king and queen. They're archetypal people that have all these possibilities, and they make magic from anything, any situation in life. That kind of remind me of possibilitators, people that do possibility management. And you can see that this, if you hear about these kind of things in books and something like this, it's not a fantasy world. It's not like this thing that doesn't exist. I'm gonna get off the wind a little bit. So there is a possibility for you to do something different. You don't have to stay in modern culture. And a lot of people, they watch my video and they ask me like, what is the next thing? What is the next thing to do? So it's like, what do you want to do? You can come to a great gathering like this, meet a lot of people, and shift the way you think, shift your consciousness. It's like, what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to step for next culture? Do you want to build your own eco-village? Do you want to maybe make videos about it? Do you want to go and give counseling or like give possibilities to communities, or you want to do emotional healing processes, initiation? Like there's a lot of people that need that. Even here in the gathering, it's much needed. So it's like I'm just like sharing this with you here when I'm in this kind of space within myself and around me right now, because it's just so you know, there is a bridge somewhere, and on the other side of this bridge there are things already. Next culture exists, so you can, there's so many people or so many spaces like this that you can go and transform. So if you feel like you're stuck in a city, or maybe you're stuck somewhere and you don't know what to do, like what's my next step? Like, should I read another book? Should I like watch another self-development video? Like get more psychology, coaching, like whatever. So just so you know, you can somehow send yourself across space to this kind of space. It exists. So this kind of spaces exist for you, probably wherever you are in the world, because this Gen network is network of eco-village all over the world. And of course it's not the only thing. Like eco-villages are not the only thing in next culture, but there is a lot of workshop, festivals, a lot of people that you can just come to their house, and they're probably gonna create a different space in their house where it's almost like next culture. It's a safe space for you to feel, to take radical responsibility, which is what next culture is really about. Taking radical responsibility for the planet, for the culture, for people. As you can see, there is a beautiful lake right there. So if you want to be a part of this, I'm kind of this pirate, and a conscious pirate role is to connect people, and that's what I'm here for to do. I connect people, so let me know, like, what do you want to do, and maybe I connect you with people that do in the same thing. Just to give you some crazy example I hear about here, there's some people that are building a circus on a boat, and they're gonna sail all around Europe and work with communities, just like bringing them transformation and fun, high-level fun circus. And so all this crazy project, people building eco villages around the world, and they need people. So you might be one of those people, and there's all these workshops. You can check the game. It's called startovergame.xyz. I'm gonna put the link down below, and it's a game from Possibility Management that you can participate in. There's over 500 websites with this thoughtware, with this kind of new way of thinking. So you can start diving in that. If that's your thing, you can connect with people. If that's your thing, you can invent new stuff and let me know about it. Maybe there's something I don't know how to do, or I haven't thought about that you can share with me. So let's connect. Let's gather around together, not only here physically in the gathering, but there's now the online that people from all over the world can come together and change this world from, there's there's so many things fucked up with modern culture. We're destroying 136 species every day. So we're destroying the planet in the fastest rate possible. Like, so people that contribute to that unconsciously, maybe they are contributing to this kind of way of life. And it doesn't have to be like this, because now it's like I meet here people and they have the thoughtware, they have the way of thinking about how to live in next culture. So they're already like this wisdom and knowledge, and of course they don't know everything, and everyone are part of this huge puzzle that builds that culture. So you can be a part of it. Don't hesitate too long. Like, don't miss the opportunity. Don't be one of these people that are kind of like miss the boat. I almost missed the boat, by the way, when I was thinking about either to come here or not to come here, because we have all this drama and shadows and stuck emotions that are preventing us to do all these things. So your next step might be to ask for an emotional healing process, and if you want to I'm doing them. I did over probably 200 in the last 4 years, so I held space for people. So if you want to have like a professional emotional healing process from next culture, that might be your next step. So let me know. Just write to me a message. It's easy to find me. And yeah, like, I almost missed the boat on coming here. I was in Germany, Netherlands. I did workshops there, and I tried to build circles there, and it didn't really work. And I was in the state there was something missing for me to come, and kind of like in the last moment I could jump on the boat, like this boat. So I kind of jumped on the boat and came here, and that's where my next step is, because I know that, because it wasn't an easy, like, it's not coming to sell you that it's like an easy journey. It's not this fantasy world where you can stay the same as you are and just it's gonna be easy for you. That's probably what I thought in many ways. So, but it doesn't mean, like, a part of you is already complete. Like, a part of you is beautiful. Your being is already beautiful, and it's radiant, and I'm guessing that your being wants that, like, wants to be a part of something like that. I know that my being wants that, and maybe my head, like my box, my emotions are everything I went through in life to survive modern culture. It might have a lot of blockages to bring myself here. That's what happened. but somehow I'm doing this video to share with you that it's, you know, it's possible. Maybe it's the last moment kind of jumping on the boat, or maybe it's just like a little step that you can take forward. But you know, we're here together and we need each other. So men, women, community, family, we can change this world together. So don't be a stranger. I don't think your being can be. So stay connected. Your being know how to. And it's okay to just send a message and doing the wrong thing. Like, it's not about being right or wrong or good or bad. It's just, you know, just let something that is behind you be beyond you. Just make these decisions and join, because it's beautiful here. See you in the next video.
What? Love and happiness.
Amazing family.
Zoom over the shoulder.
Like I was high in the mountain after this hill.